What's up everybody, Tobin here. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is sponsored by Cineton Lighting. Cineton makes all kinds of indoor, outdoor, industrial, residential, commercial type lighting for just about every application that you can think of. As you guys know, we own a taxidermy business. It's our side hustle, and lighting is always a problem for us. We do a lot of work at night, a lot of work outdoors, and we're always having trouble with lighting, adding lights and moving lights around. So when Cineton reached out to us and wanted to partner with us, we were super excited about that opportunity. They have everything for every application that you can think of. Today they sent us two of their, I think this is cool, they call them the UFO LED high bay lights. He sent us two of those, and I'm going to show you some of the features about them. They are a plug and play right out of the box, literally in 30 seconds, plugged in and working type of a light, which is great for our application. I think it's cool that you can, with them being plugged and not hardwired, there will be very easy to move them in situations where we need lighting in a different place, which is most likely what we'll do. We may use them one day here in our shop, on our workbench here, to light up something we're working on when we're doing intricate things with deer heads and things like that. We could also move them outside underneath our carport and add lighting out there. They would be in under the weather, but could be some temporary lighting out there when we're working in the evenings and at night when we need more lighting. So great for multiple applications. All right guys, for this purpose, I had this light hung up here just temporarily to demonstrate for you guys. It has a really handy hook here that you can hang from a screw or any other type of hardware that you want to hang it from. It also has a just a metal cable here with a hook. Would be more than enough to hold this light. It doesn't say much about this in the instruction manual, but I assume this is a safety feature. You could double, you know, if somehow this light was to fall off of whatever you have it hooked to, this would catch it, keep it from falling all to the ground and hurting something or damaging the light. Again, has a probably, I don't know, 6 or 8 foot long cord right here to be able to plug it in, and it's a 120 volt application, so you can plug it in anywhere, probably in your house, shop, anything like that. So guys, another important thing to me, and I've said this many times before, is the packaging of a product when we get it. The packaging that it comes in says a lot about the product itself. If it's good packaging, it's going to be a good product in most cases. So let's open up this other light so you guys can see how these are packed in there. Very good, very sturdy packaging. Again, right out of the package, within seconds it's ready to plug in and ready to go. All right, I bet you guys want to see how bright this thing is. I do too. I plugged it in a couple times already, I have an idea, but I'm in the shop, doors closed, and I'm gonna turn the light off and then go plug it in, and we're gonna see how bright it lights up. Oh, it's dark. All right, y'all ready? Count me down, 3, 2, 1. I would say that's bright, y'all. Just that one light is lighting up this entire corner of the shop. And obviously, if I were to move it out from underneath that this little loft right here and put it up higher, it would probably light up this whole half of this shop over here. Plenty. All right, guys, I couldn't stand it. I want to see how bright it would be if I put it up in the top of the shop. So there's a plug up here. You can't see anything I'm doing here, but there's a plug up here that's on a switch that powers our normal light we have in here. And so I plugged that into that plug, and let's flip the switch and see what it does. Boom. Now obviously we do have some lights that are on that switch as well that are over here, but everything out here is completely being lit up by that light right there. I think one more, maybe two more, 2, maybe 3 would light this whole shop up like daytime. So another really cool thing about these lights is there's no light bulbs to change out. I mean, it's an LED and there's nothing to change out. You don't have to worry about bulbs going out. Like the lights you can see in the background there, and then the one that we have up there, changing out those lights first is a pain, and I feel like I change them out way more than I should have to. It seems like, especially the one up here on the top of the shop, is always going out. So it's another very cool feature of this. You know, I told you guys many times before with other companies that we've partnered with that we don't partner with just anybody, and we only show you guys products that we use and that we feel like are quality and that will be a good investment for you. So that's why we're here today showing you this light. I feel like it's a quality made product, like I said, quality packaging, lots of different options, and we're going to use them ourselves, and we think you should as well. Another cool thing is these lights, I just took this thing from being plugged in. They don't put off a lot of heat either, which is a good thing, especially if you're working close to them. All right, guys. So Cineton has done a great thing for y'all, and they're giving you guys 20% off. All you have to do is use the code 5MFamily, and you'll get 20% off of any purchase on their website. So when you go order lights, check out, use that code, 20% off. I'll leave a link in the description. I'm going to leave that 5MFamily code in there as well, so you guys don't forget that. Go check them out. You won't be disappointed. So guys, we've been busy with taxidermy, even though it's still middle of summer. That's all animals that we're working on. Got us a longhorn there, and that is a American black bear. And then everything else you see here, they're missing horns because we took those off in our process, but everything else you see here, there's a warthog from Africa, and these are all antelope from Africa, impalas, all kinds of other stuff. And then today in here in the shop, I got a axis deer. Guy dropped this off and had a buddy or something work on it, and they damaged the bases of the horns. You can see it pretty well right there, how they're white here. Probably during the boiling process or whitening process that got damaged. So we're gonna see if we can fix it up for them today. So got me a little stain here, showing you my trade secrets, and a little Q-tip. I'm gonna start touching up these horns on this axis deer. I want to talk to y'all a little bit about current events. Anything exciting happened lately? Anything on the news exciting? Kind of crazy times we're living in. Within what, 8 or 10 days of each other, there was an attempted assassination on a previous president of the United States, and the Democratic nominee dropped out of the race. Crazy. I think well, first on the assassination attempt on the president, I mean, one, anybody can see that there was blatant incompetence on the Secret Service. I mean, imagine that, right? A government agency that is incompetent. Who would have thought that, right? But yeah, just so many questions. A lot of, some people are claiming it was it was fake, a fake or faked or whatever. I don't buy that, and don't see how anybody could really have that viewpoint. And then, just a lot of unanswered questions, things that don't make sense. It would be easy for somebody who's not a conspiracy theorist to go down that rabbit hole of the different conspiracies that could come out of this. Doesn't make sense why this kid thought he could get away with it. Doesn't make sense how he got away with it. Not just not just the Secret Service that was incompetent, but the local law enforcement, and so yeah, just a lot of crazy stuff. We typically don't dive too deep into politics on this channel, But it's definitely a major major event in history. And kind of, I wanted to make a video sooner and kind of talk about it, but I also wanted to see, just kind of let things play out a little bit longer. I'm sure we'll have more information, every day, for the next, several months. But kind of wanted to see what the, the initial thoughts are. Even watched some body cam footage of I believe what was a local police officer. I watched that last night, and Secret Service agents on the video, saying that they saw the guy riding a bike around and took pictures of him, and it's crazy. And then, then that's kind of all going on, and then, Biden announces that he's dropping out of the race, and doesn't do, initially doesn't do any kind of a press conference or anything. He just puts it out in a statement on social media, which is kind of crazy. You would think he would address the nation if he was making that big of a choice. And he has since. I believe you addressed the nation last night. I didn't watch it, but didn't care to. But I think his just overall well-being and his mental state. Just about everybody would admit that it's been, getting worse for a while now. And I think the debate he had with Trump definitely, showed that. But not that anything else didn't. Everything else he's done has showed it too. But so, it's interesting that that they waited this long to do it. I don't know if is that like a was that a strategy, or I don't know. But so we have Kamala Harris stepping up to be the front runner, which is interesting. A lot of information about her and her past that I don't really care for at all. So, and I know that if this video does get a lot of views, I'm sure I'll have a lot of people that want to hate on my perspective. But just to be totally clear, I don't consider myself a Democrat or a Republican. I think all of them are a bunch of crooks, generally speaking, with maybe a few exceptions. But yeah, interesting times, y'all. Y'all comment below. What are y'all's thoughts? I don't know. Shanna, my wife, seems to think that that there's no way that Kamala won't win. And the news media dang sure seems to be, which, if you believe the news media, but they dang sure seem to be pumping her up a lot. So, and they're gonna probably ride that wave all the way into November. But yeah, what do y'all think? It's crazy. I told my kids and told my wife, like, this is going to be one of those things where our kids remember where they were at when this thing happened. Where were you when the assassination attempt on President Trump happened? And they're going to remember that. It's a big historical event. I know there's been attempts over the years that usually don't get a lot of publicity, but this was, not only was it an attempt, he actually shot him. So interesting, y'all. Crazy times. I hope that the direction that our country goes in, I really do. I hope that it goes in a direction where normal, everyday Americans have a break. Over the last several years, the cost of everything has gone through the roof. Go buy groceries, go to the lumber store, go buy clothes. The stuff has just exponentially increased in price, and a lot of people's income hasn't increased. So or has dang, you get a raise and it's not a raise because all that money's going to pay for all the inflation. So I hope that whoever gets in office can help with that. I don't expect the government ever to fix my problems, but I would like to see some relief for a lot of people out there. I think that wouldn't be asking a whole lot, right now. So, all right, y'all, before and after. Axis deer horns do not whiten up or do not recolor like a whitetail would. If that was a whitetail, you probably would never know that I colored it up. It would, I can make it where you know, nobody could look at it and say, yeah, there's something been done to it. But this one, especially sitting as long as it did and as bad as it was, that's the best I can do with it. You know, I told the guy when he dropped it off that probably, you know, it's not gonna be perfect, but it'll be better than it being white. I think you can definitely tell where I've colored it at the bases, but yeah, again, better than it being just white and really noticeable. Y'all comment below. What do y'all think? You know, I hope our country's gonna be all right. I think, I mean, I think it will. I'm not trying to be a doomsdayer and none of that kind of stuff, but you know, I hope we go in the right direction. I hope the right choices are made. I hope that normal everyday Americans are taken care of, but ultimately, you know, the government's not going to save you. Your future's in your hands, and if you wait around for the government to do something for you, most likely you're going to be disappointed. So, you know, I can't stress that enough. I stress that to my kids, to anybody that wants to have the conversation. You know, don't ever sit there and think the government's, don't think they have your best intentions at heart, and don't think they're ever going to come save you, come rescue you. It's not going to happen. It's up to you. And no matter how bad things are in Washington, doesn't mean it has to be bad at your house. You can still have a good attitude, still, you know, keep pushing forward. So that's all we can do. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all's support, and we'll see y'all again.